my beautiful Sagittarius collective. Today we're doing another general reading. I just feel like whatever Spirit wants to say to you, whatever Spirit wants to bring through for you, that's what we're going to take a look at. We're getting a oracle from my zodiac moon to just get an overall energy for you, for upcoming energies, current energies, what you can be aware of. And then I want to do a Celtic cross to look at what's coming in, what's in the past, what opportunities are coming in for you. So I don't know what this reading is going to be about, but I am going to do a bonus message at the end too. So I'm sure that it is going to answer and bring a lot of your questions and bring a lot of clarity. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. This message for you, Sagittarius, is about closing karmic cycles and allowing your good fortune to come in, that which you've been praying for. The Wheel of Fortune has an energy of anticipation, really, many times, because it is about closing karmic cycles. Recognizing that you have and you are currently closing a karmic cycle. And so even though it can sometimes be heavy and it can feel like you've had to release a hell of a lot, you've also created space for your heart's desire, your wish fulfillment, for good fortune, abundance to come in. So this is a very positive energy. I always say to you guys, linear time is not real. It is it's made up. All right. Time exists for us in cycles. You've closed a massive cycle in your life and you're about to embark on a new into a new reality. Big changes are coming because of the choices that you've made, the way that you've handled 2025 so far, the way that you've shown up for yourself, the balance that you've brought in. It's not been an easy year. It's been one of remaining faithful, remaining in serenity, doing the work, heavy stuff coming up. So these are big cycles that have been closed, that are closing right now. Trust this process because it's worth it. With this Wheel of Fortune here, it is worth it. You know that it is worth it. This is your energy. You are the Wheel of Fortune. You are the one that's come to break family curses, family karma in the bloodline. Come to clear out loads and loads of karma from past lifetimes, and to bring a lot of balance into this 3D world, to create a lot of change in the various dimensions. You've come here to be a part of the 5D shift, and now we're moving into the 6D. So many massive changes, restructuring, upgrades, uploads, downloads, and you've been constantly at it. And Spirit is saying, Sagittarius, it's your time to be taken care of. It's your time to be rewarded. It's your time for joy, for love, for abundance. I'm seeing money. I'm seeing financial abundance. So Sagittarius, I'm going to ask you to trust your own guidance system as we move through this reading. I'm going to start with your oracle card. Your guides and keepers are always with you. This reading is simply to shine a light on and to bring clarity to that which you already know, to the energy that's ever present for you as a soul having a human experience. If you're new to my channel, welcome. It's good to have you here. I'm going to ask you to take a moment, if you enjoy the energy, to please like. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to become a part of the community, and to share some of your insights if the message resonates. It really does help my channel. My returning subscribers, thank you so much for always being here. I love you so much. We've grown together so much, and I appreciate all of your interaction on the videos, you connecting with me in various ways. Those of you who have contacted me for private readings, those of you who have coaching sessions with me and have given me the privilege of working your process with you. I just want to thank you guys always, always, always for being who you are, and for supporting my work, and me, most importantly, for showing up for yourself, allowing yourself to receive this guidance, to always give space to the aspect of your spiritual world, which now, in all fairness, is no longer separate. You know, our worlds have collided. You're a soul having a human experience. Who you are as a spiritual being is constantly present in every 3D aspect of your world. So, you've entered a sacred space. The archangels in the north, south, east, and west have their sacred flames burning. And I give thanks to my guides and keepers, your guides and keepers, for giving me access to your energy, for allowing me to bring you these messages, and enjoy. Let's begin. Right, let's start with your zodiac moon card. Moon in Sagittarius, we're really delving into the inner world, into the feminine world here for you, Sagittarius. It is your divine feminine that wants to come to light. It's your intuition. It's the deep, deep, deep messages from your soul. And the message for you here is about discovery, freedom, and adventure. Freedom means so much to you, Sagittarius, and how to create space. Freedom is not about detachment. Freedom is about creating space in the experience of, creating security in the experience of, creating respect in the experience of, creating appreciation in the experience of each and every facet and area of your life, so that you and those with whom you engage can feel free in the having of that beautiful experience. You've learned to master this balance within this lifetime. And there's a rocket ship. You are about to be propelled to the moon, to the stars, to other galaxies. Spirit is saying to me that you are having a lot of remote viewing experiences, visions, intergalactic experiences. Some of you are channeling messages from the galaxies. For those of you who do spiritual work, your readings are going beyond this galaxy. Your dreams are intergalactic, so you're seeing into other realms, into other galaxies, into other timelines. There's a lot of intuitive travel taking place here. And you see this beautiful reds and oranges. That's the root and the belly chakra. So we are looking at reconnecting with ancestral truths, reconnecting with your tribe very extensively. Many of you are star seeds. We are also looking at reconnecting with that medicine, the earth medicine, the many phases that Gaia has evolved through, and the many lifetimes in which you've been a part of those evolutions. Also, honor, love, relationships, and how they also link to other realms, dimensions, and timelines. It's a very deep message coming through for you here, Sagittarius. And the message with this card is you've got the number 21, so that could be significant. Also reduced to the number 3. The number 3 is about balance. It's the number 3 is this. It's about the manifestation of that which exists, mind, body, and soul, right? Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Mother, Father, Child. It is the most stable, the strongest shape, because of how it's formed. The three fates come to mind. Things happening in threes. My grandmother always used to say that. The number is about coming full circle. It is also about karma. It's the number of divine union, masculine, feminine, and source. Okay, it's the number of the Trinity as well. It's about bringing these different aspects into balance. We've got Father Sky, right? We've got the sun, the moon, the earth. So we can recognize the three elements in creation. Your message is about discovery, freedom, and adventure. Sagittarius, you are at the peak of an emotional learning curve. I can definitely feel it in the energy. You are at a point where your wisdom and experience are a real credit to you. You can rely on your own abilities to guide you through a successful phase in your life as you prepare to broaden horizons emotionally and potentially even step into uncharted waters, new territories. If you are single, prepare to be outgoing and actively seek a suitable partner. If you are not looking for a partner, you'll enjoy investing your time and energy in exciting activities that do not tie you down. Couples will feel emotionally fulfilled by introducing a more upbeat or exciting approach to their physical relationship. More broadly, an adventure will feel exciting. Travel, spiritual interests, and legal matter or education will all lead to a fresh chapter in your life. This represents real gain, deeper wisdom, and a sense of satisfaction, especially if you rely on your good sense, the facts, research, and your ability to process information well. A long trip, study, or other adventure will open you doors and may test your resourcefulness. If you are engaged in a legal matter, it will come to a peak and produce a fair outcome if you rely on your wisdom and your experience. Avoid being overly emotional and consult experts. A contract or agreement should be adhered to produce a fair outcome. Study. Get involved in sporting activities and pastimes that produce an optimistic outlook. It will certainly promote the feel-good factor in your life. Be ready to discover and enjoy life more. You will attract abundance by believing you are worthy of it and by visualizing happiness ahead of you. It is within your reach now. Very interesting. It's a very positive, upbeat message, Sagittarius. And definitely something to consider, to take into account based on where you are right now. Right. Okay, so your energy is the Wheel of Fortune. All right. This is the general overall energy governing your experience right now, closing cycles, bringing things into balance, and manifesting what your heart desires, what you've been working towards, what you've been praying for a really long time. This requires releasing things that don't serve, allowing everything that is not in balance to go. What is crossing this energy for you at this time, Sagittarius? 5 of Coins. You've had to let go of something. Five of Coins is the feeling of being left out in the cold, of being abandoned, perhaps being shut out, not being embraced, not being let in, not being a part of the family, not being home. Okay, that's the Five of Coins. So it's that feeling of having it's that feeling that someone has not chosen to accompany you on your journey, has not chosen to invite you on theirs, has not chosen to do this together, this next phase. You will have to do without someone or some people or something. What's happened in the past to bring you to this point? Four of Wands, divine union. Okay. Something came into great balance here. A great sense of commitment, a great sense of celebration, a deep sense of divine union. For some of you, this has been a relationship, a commitment. Some of you, it's an engagement. This is the marriage card. Perhaps that's where this relationship was meant to go. And you feel left out in the cold. You feel dropped. You feel abandoned by this person. You feel shut out of this opportunity. The Five of Coins is a feeling of really struggling and feeling knocked off kilter because of whatever you've built here with this person or within this situation. You've been repelled by that. You've lost that. There's a feeling of losing that. What is moving out of your experience? Two of Coins. This Two of Coins energy is the feeling of maybe being juggled by this person or the situation. Going back and forth, not being decisive, not making a decision. A path that was not chosen. A choice, going back on a choice, realizing that the path is no longer available. This is the Two of Coins is also the represents past life, karma. Where nothing ever changes, everything continues. And I think that there was the feeling at one point that something from the past, from past life, would continue and continue to evolve in this one. And there was just a sense of not making a decision, not choosing a path. Perhaps that is what is leaving your experience. The Two of Coins is about making a decision that solidifies, that brings stability and security into the path. And I feel like that's gone. A sense of security, a sense of an opportunity, it's a sense of a path that you could walk together with this person. That's gone. What is the opportunity coming in for Sagittarius? There's Page of Coins. Oh my gosh. The Page of Coins for me is an energy of someone that spends a lot of time daydreaming about what has been, what could be. A lot of time there's a lot of time spent in the head around philosophies and ideas. And this Page of Coins is not like the Knight of Coins. This page does not have enough energy, fuel, passion to actually act on any of it. It's just thoughts, it's just conversations, it's just ideas. The Page of Coins spends a lot of time thinking about what they don't want, what they want, without actually getting to a place where they can ground that. You can't expect much action from this page. How is this an opportunity? High Priestess. Well, you have an opportunity to see with your intuitive abilities what's really going on, what's hidden, what's behind the shadows, and to bring things to the surface as to what is really going on here, and to decide. You have an opportunity to decide whether you still want this kind of energy in your experience, or whether you actually want to start taking action towards your bliss and your joy in the moment. You've got to live. You can't constantly be in your head. You can't experience your life, your relationships up here. You've got to actually be engaged in the experience, in the having of. And you've got an opportunity here where this Page of Pentacles mirrors to you perhaps a capacity to do the same things. You get to make the choice, Sagittarius, to start to engage in your world and in your life in a way that is pleasant and enjoyable to you. What you choose to give energy to, where you choose to connect. Not just in a theoretical sense, but in a literal sense. And in the Oracle card, it does say, get involved in activities, do things that help you to move the energy around, and that are fun for you. If there is a legal matter that you're dealing with or having to deal with, decide what you want with it and take action towards that, and then let it be something that moves along by, that things are not hovering over you for months and months on end. You're in the energy of the Wheel of Fortune. You're in the energy of closing cycles. If something is not moving, if something is not going anywhere, what are you waiting for? Love it, love and appreciate it for what it is and for what it's been, and release it, let it go, close those cycles, especially the things that feel like they're sort of hovering over your head and they're just creating more question marks. You see, beloved, it's important to remember, Sagittarius, every subject is two subjects. If we are not in the having of it, we're in the where is it. If we're not in the solution, the living of what it is, of the knowing of what it is, then we're in questions, and questions is here creating a whole lot of unwanted. If you're in a situation where you're being kept in the question mark, you're going to manifest so many unwanted experiences. When it comes to your finances and every other area of your life, it's not something that is healthy. If there are too many question marks and you're engaging in a relationship or a situation where it's just bringing more and more questions, and life is really simple, it's not complicated, but you're finding that things are being complicated and you're just accumulating more questions than actually being able to experience the knowing of what you have, that is now no longer a blessing. That is now becoming a point of stagnation, because you're going to start to manifest those question marks in every area of your life. It creates blockage. It creates resistance. And Sagittarius, I feel like you know this. You've experienced this over and over. You don't need to do that to yourself or to anybody else. If there are too many questions, not enough knowing, if people are too adamant about being in the question and not in the living, the being, the knowing of what something is, love them enough to set them free. Because eventually it's just going to be a point of stagnation. What is here for you, Sagittarius? The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a way better energy than the Page of Coins. So what is definitely here for you, Page of Pentacles comes in as an opportunity for you to decide to really use your intuition, trust your guidance system, trust your intuition, and take the action that serves you and everybody involved best. You and this Page of Coins best. What is here for you to navigate is the Knight of Wands. There is an offer. There is a conversation, but not only a conversation, more than a conversation with the Page, there's a lot of conversation. There is action coming in. So either there's a shift in the energy with this individual, or this is a different energy where there is actual action taken towards you. I do feel like you are being recognized, Sagittarius, not only when it comes to relationships, but when it comes to the work you do, when it comes to business, and someone's coming in to offer you something or to ask you to be a part of something that really ignites your sense of purpose and your sense of passion. Perhaps this is a passionate new beginning with somebody that has admired you for a really long time, or somebody that recognizes who you are, comes in on their horse with this wand and says, I want to add value and adventure and excitement to your life. Perhaps this is someone that invites you on a trip. Like it said in your oracle reading, there is a trip there. I want to look at this Page of Coins. How does this Page of Coins feel about you? This could be earth sign, doesn't have to be, but the Page seems to be quite in a different place energetically to you. You seem to be ahead of them. The Page can be someone that seems less mature, right? And this comes to stability, things being grounded, like the relationship with either your money, with home, with where you live, with maybe you're more stable in that way. Maybe you're more grounded in that way, in knowing what you want, and this person is not yet. But I want to look at feelings from this Page. This Page could actually be someone younger than you. Judgment. All right, the Page does feel like this is karma, that this Page of Coins has to work through, and they do feel like a judgment call has been made, and this opportunity is being removed. The cycle is being closed. All right. With Judgment, it is about making a decision. Either you decide that yes, I'm going to embrace this, or not making the decision is a decision in itself to let it go. But his guides or her guides and your guides are saying, you've had enough time. You've had enough time. Okay. Tell me how this Knight of Wands feels about Sagittarius Empress. So this Knight energy feels like you're a divine counterpart. There's a lot of love. There is a feeling of a new beginning here, of giving birth to something, really looks up to you. There's a lot of admiration. You're the divine counterpart. You are the one who can hold this empire. So whatever this is that's coming in here for you, that is here for you, Sagittarius, you're about to be given, the opportunity is opening up for you to create a whole new reality. A beautiful one where you are taken care of and everybody is nurtured within the space. I feel for many of you this is around work, your purpose, your career. For some of you this is a connection, or something that develops into a connection as time goes. But there's a lot of passion and a deep sense of purpose here. And the difference is this Knight knows has a clear plan. There is no indecision. There is no doubt. It's very, very clear. It's very decisive. It's, I see you, and you're a gift. All right. So what's working in your favor, Sagittarius? You've got the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is about having options. All right. What's working in your favor is that a lot of your confusion is being cleared up at this time. You're clearing up confusion. Where you recognize there is confusion, you're not allowing yourself to stay stuck in that. You're taking the action, shifting the energy in a direction for clarity. You're not playing games with your energy anymore, where you're allowing yourself to stay in gray spaces for too long, because you create your reality. And if you're going to be sitting in gray spaces, you're just going to keep manifesting more question marks, indecision, false starts, confusion, and you really don't need that. Life is short. External influences. Let's look at external influences. Ten of Cups. Wow. External influences. This Ten of Cups is love. There's so much love around you and in your world, and you're able to see it. You're able to feel it. You're able to experience it. You're able to value it, no matter what challenges or contrast brings. There is someone that is deeply in love with you and wishes to have the house, the home, the happily ever after with you. This is an external influence, so I don't feel like this is someone you're factoring. I feel like for some of you there is more than one person, but what Spirit wants you to know with this is that the love that so many have for you, there are so much appreciation for you, the impact you've had on so many lives. People who love you, or who've never stopped loving you, that it carries you. You are loved. Spirit wants you to know, Sagittarius, no matter how you feel at this time, you are incredibly loved. And you must never forget that. No matter what is happening, you are always giving, you're always holding space, and you're always loving so deeply. And many of you don't know how much love there is in the world for you. What is your hope and fear, the Moon? Ooh. Some of you are hoping that you don't have to go back down a smoky trail, that you don't continue to experience the same energy where the Moon is about dealing with shadows within relationships that make you feel like you've got to wrestle other people's, like you've got to wrestle with a darkness that leaves no space for love, For some of you, this is an indication of covert narcissists, people who are so self-absorbed, engulfed in their own internal tides, their own stories, that you've got to fight great battles to be able to receive the love that you deserve and the treatment that you deserve. You want to overcome this. You don't want to keep re-experiencing the same being devalued, being the same emotional neglect, or the same themes. Outcomes for Sagittarius. Outcomes, yeah. Six of Cups. You want a reconciliation. You want to reconcile with your soulmate, with your divine counterpart. You're hoping that it's possible. And it is here. 6 of Cups. There is a reconciliation with a divine counterpart, with a soulmate coming in for you. Right, so 6 of Cups is about destiny. It's written, it's written, and this relationship is making its way to you. Beautiful Sagittarius. I don't want to make this too long, so I'm going to go into your bonus message now. Right, Sagittarius, so your bonus message from the Shadow and Light Oracle deck, my Shadow and Light Oracle deck, is Fairy of the Highlands. The number is 20. We're looking at the number 2. And the number 2 is, it's about bringing 2 parts together, right? The number 2 is also about choices, lots and lots of choices, decision making, having the clarity to know and to understand where you make your decisions from. But let's get the message for you. Fairy of the Highlands, it's time to be brave, Sagittarius. It's time to be brave with regards to something. So, about the Fairy of the Highlands. She's got such gentle eyes and she looks a little bit afraid. Maybe you're afraid of doing something or having to do something. The Fairy of the Highlands does not want to fight. She feels it is not in her nature. She wants to resolve disputes peacefully, but she will fight if it must come to that. And she's showing you now that you too have the means to stand up for yourself, even though you have almost chronically avoided conflict and allowed others to take advantage. It is time to take up the sword, step into the part of yourself that knows how to take a stand, speak the truth, and do not back down when the threat of a conflict looms. It may seem unnatural and wrong and frightening, and this little fairy knows it, but it is time, and this giving up of what you have worked so hard for in order to avoid conflict or confrontation is no longer right. Oh, this is really making me, this really ties into your message where there's this feeling of having to make a tough decision because something is not serving what you've worked really, really hard to build, to work on. You know what is good for you. You know what serves. You know what contributes to allowing for a beautiful reality. You know what is healthy for you mentally and emotionally. You know the impact that has on the life that you create. You know how hard you've worked to get to a point where you can have that. And so there is having a situation in your life, even if it's not the person's intention, that is harmful to that or threatens that. You've got to confront it. And I feel like you're in a place where you're having to do that. So take the stand and hold up the sword. The Fairy of the Highlands will be there with you, and when the threat is over, she will help you to celebrate your victory. For some of you, this is that legal matter. The Fairy of the Highlands speaks to you now. See this, my sword of power. I have long feared to use it. She's got that sword in her hand. I've long feared to use it. Think about what the sword represents. It's communication and it's mental clarity. Meaning you've known this for a while. But you've given this time. The thought of wielding it, of hurting anyone or anything makes you sad. But I know what must be done, and I must learn to fight the good fight and stand up for what I believe in. Although I have been told I must not be aggressive In fact, I must now take up my arms against this trouble and finish it for good. I am going into a battle, and for this I feel sorrow. But I will be fearless and strong, and do what needs to be done. I may bathe my sword in tears, but I will no longer hold it back. When the threat that approaches relies on my fear for its victory, I will no longer give away my power so easily. This time I will take back what is mine. Message of divination for you is, this time of truce is over, Sagittarius. It is time to speak your truth and to be strong. People have been taking over your ground, wanting what you have worked hard for without doing the work themselves. They have done so by taking advantage of your peaceful nature. But enough is enough. Sad as it is time to change this, to cut away the cords between you and those who have taken too much. And now you will go into battle. Yes, it is sad. Yes, the Highland Fairy is sad for you, but do not allow sorrow and guilt to neglect self-protection. Honor yourself, raise your sword, and do not back down. You've got to stand up for yourself, no matter who this is, or the fact that you don't want to hurt anyone, or you don't want to get hurt, or you don't want conflict, you don't feel that you don't want that kind of thing in the situation. You're going to have to stand up for yourself and what you really want, what is good for you, and not, and be unapologetic about that, Sagittarius. So that is your message, beautiful soul. Whatever you're going through right now, you are not alone. Your guides and keepers are always with you. You have your inner being, your GPS, you have your wisdom, you have all of your growth, and your relationship with yourself, as always, is key. So be kind to yourself, be good to yourself. If you'd like to take a closer look at a situation, you're welcome to contact me. My email is in the description box below. If you're struggling to navigate something in your life, if you're wanting to learn more about who you are as a spiritual being, what the purpose is of the relationship, how you're meant to honor it, how you're meant to hold space for that, to allow for growth and progress, you're welcome to contact me for coaching. Do not forget, guys, on a Thursday, in fact this evening I'm going to be doing that. Every second Thursday I do live channeled healing activations on YouTube. So click the notification bell. Don't forget to subscribe, and then when I go live you can get the notification and join us. If you need some channeled healing, if you've got physical ailments or symptoms that you are struggling with, or emotional and psychological healing and support, you're welcome to join. It's free. All right. Love and light. I will see you guys next time. Bye now.